Hi, this is Guy Mariel Stinson. I'm the founder of One Kingdom TV, and I'm coming to you to just say thank you for taking the time to watch this. And we're going to speak about false kingdom prophets. Now, this is a difficult subject to speak about because it's one in which we tread on toes. But that's not the intention. The intention is to point us in the direction of God. Jesus tells us, and the Bible warns clearly, that when the latter times come, many will follow false prophets. There will be wolves among sheep's clothing. People will look for tickling ears and so on. So, in this time, when the kingdom is going out into all of the world and being preached in all of the world, the question we need to ask is, how do we discern? How do we discern what is of God and what is not of God? Now, in this series, I'm going to speak about false prophets of the kingdom and how you can identify them. But I also want you to understand that we need to have grace in this subject, because not every false prophet is intentionally a false prophet. Many false prophets are false prophets simply because they have not grown into maturity. As children get excited about playing in the sandpit and playing kings and castles, so as we are coming to a kingdom, what I'm seeing in the world today is something which is very similar, and that is that the church is beginning to awaken. Christians are awakening to the fact that there is a kingdom. They're all excited about it, but in terms of maturity, for the large part, we are probably on the children in the sandpit level. And so in the sandpit, we start speaking about things which are great and wonderful, not realizing how limited we are in our understanding. And then we start building our little sandcastles. We start pretending they're real. We make our little kingships and our little armies and all these things. And we move our pieces around the chessboard, declaring all the time, this is the kingdom, not understanding, but there's going to be a time when we're going to grow into adulthood, and we're going to look at the subject with a completely different set of eyes and with a much deeper understanding. And so, what I'm hoping to achieve through this is a deeper level of discernment, because it will save us from spending many years in the sandpit and getting stuck in the sandpit. We need to know that the kingdom of God has certain levels, certain standards. It calls us to certain requirements. And typically, false prophets, because they don't understand these things, don't teach these things. And when you don't lay the foundation of a building, it's going to fall. In the same ways, you can build a castle in a sandpit and you can be very pleased with it like a child. Look, mom and dad, what I've done, isn't this awesome? Mom and dad say, yes, this is awesome. But it's not the same as building a real house, which requires a real foundation, solid foundations, which we will cover. So the intention of this is not to poke anybody in the eye, but it's just to bring about it's just to bring about a greater level and depth of discernment. So enjoy the series, and I hope that this is beneficial in some way to you. First of all, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, the heart of God, and your neighbor is yourself, and all these things will be added to you. Thank you for watching this. See you in the rest of the series.